one and only Megyn Kelly.
Well, some of us call her the two and only.
From the Megyn Kelly Show. She does.
What a brilliant name. Why didn't I think of that? I had to come up with this silly mega worldwide thing. Well, my name's attached. People understand.
Was on XM Sirius right after this
or Sirius XM
program on the Triumph Channel 111.
The Triumph Channel? What, like the Insult Comic Dog or the Canadian rock band, which fucking rules?
She also has her YouTube channel.
Where'd you get one of those? It's amazing. Kids today, right? They just she's probably all over TikTok.
That you can watch her show every day, the Megyn Kelly Show on YouTube.
Where?
Welcome.
I should just look up YouTube. How do you spell that?
Megyn, how are you?
Hi there. I'm great. How you doing?
Good. So I just talked to Bill O'Reilly and his take on.
And you remember him. He worked at Fox in the time you were being sexually harassed. And Fox ran interference for him for years, if not a decade, paying off a lot of the people that he sexually harassed. And then he had to privately pay $9 million, I think, first, and then another $33 million to another person who he engaged in a violent sexual harassment and assault over a multi-year period. To shut her up, it cost him $33 million. And you were sexually harassed by Roger Ailes, and they just bumped you. Well, so anything you want to say to Bill besides hi and congrats on your gigantic golden parachute they gave you?
On Tucker Carlson was that this is because of the threats of lawsuits. For instance, Ray Epps was on 60 Minutes on Sunday. It's not only just to destroy voices, but this gravely hurts the Trump.
He just cost the network $787 million, you dumb shit.
Campaign as well. What is your opinion on what happened with Tucker Carlson?
Well, Bill and I have had our disagreements, but he's brilliant. However, this is another disagreement. I don't think that Fox would be scared by that Ray Epps lawsuit at all. And I also think all the reporting that they got scared by this ad.
Well, no, they're going to pay it off, but there's a multitude of them. But never mind.
Grossberg's lawsuit, a disgruntled, fired former low-level producer for Tucker and at one point Maria scared them even a little. She's got tapes. Okay, what does she have tapes of? People on his staff saying things. Tucker was never in the office. Tucker works from his home, either in Maine or down in Florida. He's. I guarantee you, Tucker's never had more than one conversation with Abby Grossberg. So she's not going to have Tucker Carlson on tape. And even
yeah, but she'll have the entire staff on tape, and she very well may. We'll see. I look forward to it.
Even if she did, Glenn, Fox does not fire people over random nasty comments to a low-level producer.
No, you're right. Not random nasty comments. But considering why he had to let his head writer go because he was not grow. He never grew. He was always the same shitty person. Because he was posting racist comments under a pseudonym on a bunch of different websites. They might have caught him in language unbecoming on a scale that made them nervous.
Certainly not their number one star.
Right.
That doesn't make sense. Now, Tucker's very controversial. Tucker's in the news every week for yet another thing. It is possible Rupert reached the end of his tether for Tucker, and there are reports that
Tether's Tucker. I can't wait for that book to come out.
There may be some emails in connection with the Dominion lawsuit that we haven't seen that Tucker that they have in which Tucker lambasts people like Rupert.
Mm-hmm.
I also find it hard to.
Oh, so it's personal. It couldn't be that it cost them $787 million. That's not enough, motherfucker. He tripled his salary and they're paying it to someone else. That was a settlement. They're not going to, this isn't one of those situations where they were ordered to pay something by the court and then they get to fight it for years and drag their fucking feet. No. They settled on this number.
I believe that would lead him to fire Tucker because
money.
Rupert's been around the block. He's a tough guy. He doesn't offend easily.
Correct.
But it is true that if they think you're getting too big for your britches over there,
oh yeah,
they're not shy about sending you a message.
Well, the message was pack your shit. It's a weird message. What'd they do? Put a fucking horse head in his bed too?
So at the end of the day,
oh fuck you! At the end of the day, it's nighttime.
Do you think that's it?
That's it. I don't know. You sure it isn't Antifa mobs in the Biden administration calling Rupert Murdoch and threatening to set his local Target on fire?
But I
don't know.
It's weird.
Look, they do have to worry about shareholder lawsuits, which are coming in now in the wake of Dominion. And it's not entirely Rupert's shop anymore. He does have a board he has to answer to. I also think that if they have...
I'm bored, and you have to answer to me.
...any desire to sell Fox News, and there's been rumblings about that, especially once Rupert is gone, they're going to want it to be, quote, more mainstream, and getting rid of Tucker would be a good step. Getting rid of Dan Bongino would be another step.
It's crazy.
Maria Bartiromo might be another one, though I'm told Rupert absolutely loves her, so it's probably...
That would explain it.
Not an accident. She didn't go, even though they just paid out $800 million in connection with some of the things she said. So I don't know, but that makes sense to me. But I'm told by people who are in a position to know, no sale pending, no seller kicking the tires at the moment.
Now,
all right, then why the fuck would you jettison him for a potential sale now if it doesn't fucking all right, what are you gonna do? Hire Don Lemon? Get the fuck out of here. I'm enjoying this speculation, but it's just a bunch of it's like watching a bunch of people try to kiss their elbow.
there is something else going on. They're going into negotiation for their cable news contracts. I think that might play a role.
That always comes up, but it takes a lot for these cable providers to tell somebody like Fox, we're not going to carry you because of the controversial man at 8. I just don't believe it. Tucker's too
They cut away because he's
much of a draw with the audience. And it would have to be a uniform position by, DirecTV and Time Warner Cable and all of these people, which it wouldn't be. Fox is too much of a moneymaker. I do believe.
Left at the height of, I left arguably at the height to start the Blaze, which was crazy insane. Tucker is gone now, but
yes. Can we just enjoy that for a moment?
don't think he's going to get a mainstream cable network or show, and I don't think he would want it. But now there's endless opportunities for him to make.
Oh yeah, he could be. He could just be another piece of driftwood in the right-wing ocean of flotsam and jetsam. I'm sure he's very excited. Who wants to be the lead broadcaster on the highest rated network on a time slot when you could be yet another dickhead screaming into a mic that you paid some like 4 imprint to put your logo on the back end of it?
Gobs of money, if that's what he's looking to do, and to have a real impact.
Or he could just move to Russia and call it a day.
Not with any corporation, right?
Yes. He'll be financially even better off once he goes on his own. I mean, I have no doubt of that. If he's smart, Tucker will do a subscription show where he never...
Oh, God. I don't need to sit through them giving him fucking business notes. This is so wonderfully weak. Think about this. Tucker Carlson has been kicked to the fucking curb. He is no longer hosting his nightly show. He is eaten shit, and it's there. That's the end of it. There's no kiss and make up in the future. This isn't a dispute that they'll work their way out of. It isn't a contract wrestling where he'll end up doing Monday nights like Rachel did, and while working on a podcast and books and other stuff on the other end. Nah, he's done. And all these assholes are just Monday morning quarterbacking how it happened and how much they hate the organization he worked for, how fucked Fox is, and again, how awful they are. Everyone there is at working as a team and having any sense of loyalty. So again, why the fuck would you want anybody that they support to win office?